Shut up, I was out of here because I knew you were doing this, and then stay here. Moral support. Shut up!
This is for outtakes. Take your time.
Don't be too long.
Hello everybody, welcome to Nat Chat's Ball, my first video. It's taken a lot of courage. This is kind of like my nightmare previously, but I'm getting older now and sort of care less, so here we are. Wearing an England shirt today, representing the women's football team. I'm going to talk a little bit about that more so than Arsenal today because of the sort of emotional impact it had on myself and so many other women and girls, probably a lot of my generation actually. I'm 38, I think Alex Scott is about 36, so we had a big struggle in terms of playing football, massive actually. So I played ever since I was young, until I got injured when I was 16, did my cruciate ligament, went back into it and did my other cruciate ligament, so I had to stop when I was about 20. But growing up, it was just constant stereotype. Even now, I suppose, you don't look like you've played football, you don't look like you know anything about football. Do you know the offside rule? That patronising classic. I was super emotional. I couldn't stop crying when we won, which kind of surprised me because I'll put my hands up and say I've never really watched much women's football. So I think it was a lot of bitterness and jealousy, and I just never continued watching because I know some of the players, or I've played against them, don't know them, but I've played against a few of them. So yeah, it hurt me because it's probably the one thing I was actually really good at. I'll take you through my journey from playing football and the struggles and try and get people to understand why that meant so much, that win, and why so many people were upset and emotional, including Alex Scott when she was getting interviewed after the game. So as a girl playing football, I found that in the 90s when I was in primary school, it was never really judged or looked at. No one really cared. In fact, it was quite popular in primary school because I played football. I used to get picked first in classes when we used to play the opposition's classes. Yeah, never an issue. Then as I got older and football became more serious, I got my call up to England letter. I took it into school, showed my PE teacher. I was so happy and so proud. I remember where I was in the playground taking it to my PE teacher, and honestly I think she glanced at it and walked away. Couldn't care less. It was just a nothing thing. And then obviously because I was good at football and I was playing it and loved it, went to take GCSE PE, and my PE teacher told me, I was super shy and quiet, and he told me not to take PE because I'd be the only girl in the class and I would struggle basically. He told me I would struggle and I'd be overwhelmed by the amount of boys in the class, so I shouldn't. So I took music, absolutely no interest, never played an instrument in my life. Took that and did pretty badly, unsurprisingly. So that was another it's just crazy how many, I'm sure I'm not the only girl that's been put off doing sports and PE, but it's crazy that you can play and love a sport that much and still be put off by teachers that are meant to be your mentors and meant to support you and back you and empower you. And there was just none of that growing up for a girl in football. My parents never come to watch me, I suppose. I don't know if that's normal or not. Never. I think they came to one game when I was playing for Mill Hill and we were in a final. They came then, but generally there was not much interest in me playing football. I remember I wrote into the Evening Standard when I was 14 in year 2000, May 2000. I'd seen a sports journalist criticise the label. Fulham ladies had just become paid players in the year 2000. It was a big story, and this female sports journalist from the Evening Standard was slagging off women's football and saying they need to lose, I think she said they need to lose the tight ass ladies name tag. And it just upset me so much because I was so happy at the thought of there's potential to build a career from playing football for women, because that was unheard of. So when Fulham started paying their female players, it was huge, especially 22 years ago. Anyway, Fulham got relegated and they took away the salary from the women's team. I know that much. So yeah, constant barriers that are faced. So seeing a women's team playing on primetime TV in a packed stadium of nearly 90,000 fans, record-breaking attendance actually, it was unbelievable. It was so emotional to think, finally, amazing women footballers are getting the attention they deserved and the success they deserved, and knowing they were young girls like myself, I would have been that girl in the audience, absolutely probably having the best day of my life, and thinking that could be me, and there is a chance that could be me, whether it's football, whether it's cricket or rugby. You know, girls need to know that there is a chance and they aren't going to meet those barriers. It all starts from the roots, doesn't it? These teachers, PE, my daughter's 15 years old, she goes to school in North London and she doesn't get the opportunity to play football because she's a girl. Like, that is where the problem is, and it needs to change. And I hope that this win for the women will bring that change and bring more money into football. Hopefully clubs will now back, you know, hosting games, and development from grassroots will be, the money will be there and the support will be there, and they'll take it more seriously, because we can be the best, and England have shown that they are the best now. Got the World Cup next year, so let's just hope it continues. But I will now, hand on heart, go and watch Arsenal women more, go and watch the England ladies play, and the quality is amazing. And, you know, we're not here to compare women's football and men's football. I'm not here to do that. I don't think it's right. I was actually getting annoyed by how much comparison there was about men losing and Harry Kane not winning a trophy. It's like, just, can we not just accept it for what it is? The women smashed it. They did well. Leave it at that. Enjoy it. And everyone get behind them and support them. And everyone that's got little girls that want to play football, 100% encourage it. And, you know, that's the best we could do, and I'll be happy, and I will be at those games. I will be. Okay, so moving on from England and my sad, you know, depressing story growing up playing football, let's talk about Arsenal. Flawless pre-season, wasn't it? Jesus scored, how many goals was it? 7 goals, 5 games, 7 goals in 5 games. My money is on him to get 25. I reckon he can do it. When you consider the creative midfield behind him, that guy is getting 25 goals this season, I reckon. And it's pretty exciting. I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't want to get too carried away with pre-season. I understand, you know, we can have a terrible pre-season and a really good start, and we can have an amazing pre-season and lose on Friday. You know, Arsenal are unpredictable. That's why we love them and hate them, isn't it, really? So yeah, I cannot wait for Friday. I am predicting, I mean, I just said I don't get carried away, but in my head I think we're going to be up there. I think we're going to potentially challenge. I know that's getting ahead of myself. Okay, let me do realistic aims and optimistic Natalie predictions. So realistically, let's say I think we have to be winning the Europa League, depending on who drops down from Champions League, but really we have to be winning the Europa or an FA Cup. We have to win the Europa League or the FA Cup, and we have to finish in the top 4. I'll be happy. I think we all, as Arsenal fans, will be happy. So let's say that's realistic. In my little optimistic head, I think we could be second. I'm pretty sure we could be second. I don't know if that's because Chelsea game got to my head. I sat up till 3 a.m. watching it, and yeah, I sat up till 3 a.m. and I was so impressed with our quality of football. I don't know if Chelsea were terrible, but then I sound like a terrible pundit who's criticising Arsenal. I think we were really, really good. Like, if you watched us pass the ball around, playing it out from the back, Saliba is so exciting. Ben White pushed out wide now. You look at that back 4, you know, it looks solid. And look, get me top 4 and I'll be happy. Champions League, get us back on track. And if I go on to discuss where I think we're weak, I'm looking at up top. I still think we're quite short. I don't think, I just worried if there's an injury to Jesus or if he's getting overplayed. We need more, because Balogun's going out on loan, I believe, and Eddie Nketiah looks like a new man, but he is not Jesus quality. He will score us, I reckon he'll get over 15 goals this year, but I worry if that will be our only option. We don't really have much height in the squad either, which is a little bit of a concern. But biggest issue is defensive midfield, probably. Xhaka, obviously, you know, can't always be trusted. I mean, I don't hate him at all. I actually think he's quite quality. I'm probably one of the more sort of lenient fans towards him. I reckon we're getting Tielemans. 30 million is a steal for a player of his experience and quality. He would absolutely fit in perfectly. And then I would like a backup striker. Whether or not that's going to happen, I don't know. And also, it's so exciting. We haven't even seen Vieira. We haven't really seen Marquinhos. Okay, waffled on long enough now for my first video. Pre-season predictions. I don't know if to go realistic or optimistic. Let's go optimistic. Finishing second. Oh, this is why people don't do YouTube videos, isn't it? Because it comes back to bite you and you become like a meme, and then people mock you because you say things like, oh, I'm going to finish second. But it's fine, it's my first video. We're finishing second and we're going to win a trophy. You heard it here first. Can't wait for you to come back and abuse me about this. Yeah, I will be doing videos after games and giving you my verdict, and hopefully it's on my predictions accurate, rather than getting abused for being so completely wrong. But I'm also love Arteta. I think I want fans to be patient with Arteta. I think he's special, and I think we need to give him time. This season is the season when Arteta is going to show what he's built and what he's been looking forward to. You know, he got out the deadwood. There was a lot of it. He got that out quickly, and now is the time for us to shine. And it's happening. It's coming together beautifully. It will come together. Whether it's this season or next season, there's a very clear plan here. So let's be patient. Let's back them. And I can't wait. And see you at the Emirates. Have a child, they said. It'll be fun, they said.
I'm joking.
So shall I just go now? I'm running it anyway.
Don't do it 10 times.
I'll try not to.
Smile.
Thank you for everyone on Twitter that's kind of subscribed and follows me, listens to me swear, talk about Love Island. Thanks for not blocking me during that time. It's over now though. Football season's about to start.